KU 92.7 FM Benin City. First, the headlines. Edo State government donates 15 operational vehicles to community vigilante network. Federal government returns curfew, restriction on mass gatherings over COVID-19. Federal government declares Wednesday, Thursday public holidays. On business, President Buhari sends delegation to Ghana over the plight of Nigerian traders. And in sports, Nigeria's Super Falcons to face Ghana in first round of 2022 Cup of Nations qualifiers. Details of these and more after this break. I am God's Love, Orlando. And now the news. Edo State government has donated 15 Toyota Sienna Space Wagon to the State Community Vigilante Security Network as part of its logistical support to enhance its operation. Governor Godwin Obaseki made the presentation on Monday after meeting briefly with members of the network and heads of various security agencies in Government House. Governor Obaseki, who commended the efforts of the Vigilante Network, assured that this is the first batch as more will soon be made available soon. He emphasized the need for an interagency collaboration in dealing with emerging domestic security challenges in the state. The governor reassured that his administration will put in place legislation to strengthen the security network and help it discharge its responsibilities effectively. Earlier, coordinator of the state's Vigilante Network, Yusuf Haruna, noted that about 75% of the Vigilante Network has been established across the 18 local government areas of the state. He assured that there will be improvement in the security of lives and properties in the state with the new donation. A bill that empowers the visitor of Ambrose Ali University, ECPOMA, to take over the administration of the institution has been signed into law. The bill will enable the state governor, who is the visitor of the university, to take drastic steps to intervene and rescue the institution from imminent collapse following protracted crisis that has impacted on the running of the university. The bill was signed into law by the state governor, Godwin Obaseki, on Monday after it was passed by the State House of Assembly. Presenting the bill for an executive assent, the Speaker of the House, Honorable Marcus Onubu, said the passage was favored by all members of the 7th Assembly.
Members looked at the bill extensively and they all spoke in favor with the hope and belief and expressing confidence in your ability to intervene and bring about serious educational reforms to the university to make the university a very competitive one in sub-Saharan Africa.
Governor Obaseki assured that the bill, which is an amendment to the Ambrose Ali University Act of 1999, will help bring about total reform in the school to restore its lost glory.
Just like all of us in Edo have witnessed the very sad and unfortunate situation that have engulfed the premier state university, which had blazed a trail in terms of academic excellence in this country when it was established 40 years ago. But unfortunately, in the last decade or so, the performance of our university has fallen below the expectation of its founding fathers and our own expectations. With the amendments that you have graciously enacted, the visitor now has the full authority without encumbrance of the law to now undertake a surgical cleansing of our own university. And be rest assured that we will take all the required positive steps to reposition Ambrose Ali University to become that citadel of learning which our founding fathers meant it to be.
The bill came following an ending crisis between the management of the university and the governing council, which has interrupted academic activities severally. Still in Edo State, as part of the engagement process with various stakeholders, Edo State government on Monday met with various professional bodies to bring them up to speed with government's new governance arrangement and plans to integrate more people into the state's tax net. The meeting, organized by the State Transition Committee set up by Governor Godwin Obaseki, is the third in the series of these stakeholders' engagements. Chinedu Ekeja has more.
Setting the tone for the gathering, the chairman of the State Transition Committee and head of service, Barrister Anthony Okumboa, revealed that the engagement with professionals became imperative given the peculiar challenges associated with the present-day governance. He disclosed that the state spends in the excess of 40 billion naira annually to offset salaries of over 33,000 public workers and pension for retirees. But to sustain this wage bill, he said, critical questions need to be addressed.
The cost of personnel payment, is it justified? What value is government getting for the huge expense on salaries and allowances? Can the service be made more productive to secure the interest of the public? How do we achieve a lean government without sacrificing quality? Can we merge MGAs and still achieve the same or better output? Then is the service understaffed in terms of quality and quantity? What critical injections do we need to make into the personnel profile of the service?
Having engaged the political and other stakeholders earlier, it was time to have a buy-in of professional bodies as the government continues to innovate ways to deliver services to the public in the face of dwindling revenues from the federal government.
So the whole thing is about the people. And Mr. Governor has repeatedly said that government must make sure that the people are involved. The people for whom government exists must have more than a passing interest in governance and own it. And that's the message we want to pass across. People can no longer afford to not bother about the processes of government. We must be involved in it. We must own government because we elected government into power and must be interested in the processes and what government does.
The state governor, Godwin Obaseki, believes that professionals, like other stakeholders, have a stake in the government and should be allowed to play a part in improving the governance process.
So without the commitment and collaboration of the different professional groups, there's not much we can do. In the past, we used to get oil revenues to pay. Now, that amount will have to be paid by taxes from you. Therefore, should you not have an input? Should you not have a say? And that say, should it just be about criticizing the system? Should it not about bringing your own professional attributes to helping the system? Without you, there will be no service delivery. But when you don't take an interest, and everybody just say, okay, what can I get for myself? Look, the attitude from now on, the reason why we've called you is that I don't want to hear what has Edo done for me or what can Edo do for me. No, it is what can I do now to make Edo great again.
The Nigerian Bar Association, the Nigerian Medical Association, Performing Musician Association of Nigeria, Nigerian Institute of Taxation are some of the professional bodies duly represented at the gathering. Chinedu Ekeja, AUFM News.
And now away from Edo State, the federal government has reintroduced COVID-19 restrictions across all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. A member of the Presidential Steering Committee, PSC, on COVID-19, Dr. Mukhtar Mohammed, declared that this new directive is to take effect by midnight of Tuesday. Mohammed, who is the head of Technical Secretariat of the PSC, made the announcement while briefing reporters on Monday in Abuja. With the restrictions imposed, mass gatherings in public spaces have been restricted to 50 people at any given time. Access to government institutions would also be denied to anyone not wearing a face mask, while government meetings and travels has been limited to the virtual platform. According to Mohammed, the government has directed that bars and nightclubs should remain closed and the nationwide curfew will be enforced until further notice. He added that only essential international travels will be encouraged and all existing protocols must be strictly adhered to. The PSC member, however, said there was no limitation to intrastate travel. The federal government has declared Wednesday 12th and Thursday 13th, May 2021 as public holidays to mark this year's Eid al-Fitr celebration. The Minister of Interior, Gbeni Rauf Aregbesola, made the declaration on behalf of the federal government in Abuja on Monday. While congratulating the Muslim faithfuls on this occasion, he called on all Nigerians at home and abroad to use the period of this year's Eid al-Fitr celebration to pray for peace, stability and economic transformation in the land. Aregbesola, in a statement signed by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Dr. Shuaib Belgoy, urged all Nigerians to be law-abiding and embrace the spirit of love, self-discipline, kindness, and tolerance as taught by the Holy Prophet Muhammad. He also called on all security agencies in the country to be more courageous and patriotic to surmount the ongoing battle against resurging insecurity and activities of criminal elements in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the federal government has warned against the influx of more inmates into the Nigeria custodial centers as a result of increased insecurity and criminality across the country. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Aregbesola, gave the warning during the decoration of Haliru Nababa as the new Controller General of Nigerian Correctional Services in Abuja. He noted that this development should prompt the leadership of Nigeria's correctional facilities to be proactive, vigilant, and alive to their responsibilities to defend the country's integrity at all costs. Aregbesola also charged the leadership of corrections to maintain zero tolerance for bad eggs amongst its ranks and files, while also respecting the dignity of inmates. The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has set up a panel to investigate the suspended Managing Director of the Nigerian Port Authority, Hadiza Usman Bala. The suspension of Usman Bala was disclosed last week by the presidency. Reasons for our suspensions were not stated, but investigation revealed that it may be unconnected with the non-remittance of operating surplus to the Consolidated Revenue Fund account by the Nigerian Port Authority from 2016 till date. Amechi on Monday, however, inaugurated a panel to investigate the administrative policies and strategies adopted by the Managing Director of Nigerian Port Authorities and confirm compliance with extant laws and rules from 2016 till date. In addition to the 5-man panel by the ministry, the Office of the Head of Service also sent 6 nominations to the ministry to make an 11-man panel. Coming up in a moment on our business news, President Buhari sends delegation to Ghana over Nigerian traders' plight. Details in a moment.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 600 billion, and the last kobo. Oh yes, we follow the money. It's all about the business and the business of business, the gains and the losses, the bulls and bears, the rise and falls, the risk and the satisfaction of seeing the last kobo rise to millions. On KUFM's Business News, the simple and complex jargons of business just make sense. Get the trending news on the morning market, forecast, investment opportunities, policy changes, and other breakout information on the ever-busy world of business. KU Business News, Monday to Friday on our news dawn, 6:30 to 7 a.m.
President Muhammadu Buhari has directed that a ministerial delegation be sent to Ghana to resolve the prolonged conflict between Nigerian traders and Ghanaian authorities. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Niyi Adebayo, disclosed this on Monday. According to a statement by his special advisor on media, Ifedayo Shayo, the minister will be leading the delegation and will also engage in further dialogue with Ghanaian authorities with a view to finding a lasting solution to the problem. It disclosed that the delegation is expected to embark on the visit between 31st of May and 1st of June 2021. Other members include the Minister of State, Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Zabiru Dada, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Nasiri Sani Gwazo, the Executive Secretary, Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, Yewande Sadiku, Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, and the President of National Association of Nigerian Traders, Dr. Ken Ukaoha. There has been lingering controversy over $1 million levy imposed on Nigerian traders and foreign investors for the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. And finally, on business, Nigeria is expected to deepen its foreign exchange forex earnings with the impending list of Dukia Gold's diversified financial instruments on the Lagos Commodities and Futures Exchange (LCFE). The Dukia Gold's diversified financial instruments are backed by gold as the underlying asset in a sector worth over 300 trillion naira. Chairman Dukia Gold, Tunde Fagbemi, who spoke at a pre-listing media parley in Lagos, said the listing and the commencement of trading on the gold-backed asset will generate forex for the government to diversify external reserves, increase capacity, and create employment across the metal production value chain. He said the instrument, which will be in the form of exchange-traded notes, commercial papers, and other gold-backed securities, will enable the company to deepen the commodities in markets in Nigeria. And that's it on business news. And now in sports news, where Nigerian Super Falcons to face Ghana in first round of 2022 Cup of Nations qualifiers. Details in a moment. And now talking sports, defending champions Super Falcons of Nigeria will face arch rivals Black Queens of Ghana in the first round of 2022 African Women's Cup of Nations AFCON qualifiers. The draw ceremony took place in Cairo, Egypt on Monday and was conducted by CAF Senior Manager of Women Football and Fostal, Heba Sawat, and assisted by Egyptian footballer Nadine Ghazi. In some other first-round fixtures, Mali will face Guinea, Egypt will meet Tunisia, while two-time winners Equatorial Guinea will do battle with the Republic of Congo. Mozambique will play their first-round match against Bayana of South Africa, and Nigeria will meet Cote d'Ivoire. The first leg and second leg fixtures will hold between June 7th and June 10th. Aggregate winners qualify to join host Morocco in the final tournament. And that's it on Sport News. And that's the news, but before we go, let's take a quick recap of the headlines. On the news this morning, we told you that Edo State government has donated 15 vehicles to Vigilante Network. And federal government returns curfew restrictions on mass gatherings over COVID-19. Finally, on News Dawn this morning, federal government declares Wednesday and Thursday public holidays. Please do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget, you can listen to us anywhere in the world, either by visiting our website at www.kufm.net, or you can download our KU mobile app from the Google Play Store. Remember, we're also live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria. KUFM News Dawn was produced by Lebedum Asagwaram. I am God's Love, Orlando, saying thanks for listening and good morning.